In our national lead, we return to our Homeless in America series, where President Trump's order to make Washington, D.C. beautiful means more than just cleaning up trash on the streets. As shelters fill up and resources run dry, advocates say the federal government has abandoned some of its most vulnerable citizens. CNN's Brian Todd met one man who decided to go across state lines just to get a night of sleep.
Jeff Paget is on the move.
All right, girls, here we go.
The 60-year-old, who says he's been homeless on the streets of D.C. for about 8 years, steps at a fast pace with his 2 chihuahuas, Puppet and Luna, along for the ride. Paget made his daily stop at a drop-in center for the homeless in Washington to pick up a meal and is hightailing it across the Potomac River into Virginia to find a safe place to sleep and hide from law enforcement.
Because I don't want to be harassed or locked up or given an ultimatum. You either leave town, go to jail, or go into a psych ward. I'm not committing any crimes. I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know what I mean?
Paget has kept moving since President Trump's law enforcement surge began last month, and authorities have swept homeless encampments.
You don't know what they've been through, where they came from, nothing. And then you're throwing what little they do have, what little respect they have, in the trash can.
Paget is not alone. Other homeless people tell CNN, as Trump pledges to, as he calls it, make the nation's capital beautiful again, the police sweeps have them staying out of sight.
Sleeping in wooded areas, underneath bridges and woods.
Some homeless people, a stigmatized population, didn't want their names or faces revealed.
Basically, I've been sleeping on the bus, and even sleeping on the bus isn't easy because there is transit police everywhere, and then I'll sleep in like playgrounds and certain areas where there's not really much police activity.
Homeless advocates like Claire Wilson of D.C.'s Georgetown Ministry Center reluctantly offer this advice.
Either leave this community or make yourself invisible. It's a terrible message to deliver to an individual.
Stick together in pairs, advocates tell them. Don't engage with police, and don't linger in public places like the doorways of shops, restaurants, and apartments. Andy Wasenick from the homeless services provider Miriam's Kitchen says his group is struggling to maintain contact with clients.
So we give people flip phones so they can stay in touch with us. We've lost, touch with about 25 people, but could be more.
Shortly before he announced a federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department, President Trump posted, quote, "The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol." His press secretary followed up.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
But about a month into the law enforcement surge, homeless advocates say this.
To the best of my knowledge, there have been no new mental health services put online, and certainly none offered to our guests.
And advocates say the Trump administration has not provided places to stay as promised. The D.C. government has scrambled to provide some additional shelter beds, but that's a short-term solution some unhoused residents don't consider safe. Jeff Paget reached his destination, a thatch of woods on the Virginia side of the river. Out of necessity, he's disappearing from view. But the issue of homelessness isn't going away. What Jeff hopes will disappear is the way the public views those who are unhoused.
Don't judge anyone by where they're at until you know where they came from, their circumstances of why they're where they're at.